Good morning, Akko here again. Welcome back to FTB Unleashed. This is the episode after I did the live stream, so after I did Wednesday's live stream, so I'm doing this on Thursday morning. I want to spend the first like 5-10 minutes of the episode just catching up what I did in the live stream, so you don't have to watch that. If you want to watch it, it will be getting put up in YouTube videos in 3 parts, or you can actually go on Twitch to watch it, but if you don't want to watch it, you can see pretty much everything we did in the next couple of minutes. I'm just going to quickly go through it. Ouch. Got my bum on that. Big spike in my bum. So, if we look at the to-do list, Tinker's bow and arrows. We actually sorted that out in the stream. So I want to show you my bow in a minute. I did a really bad job of testing it out and ended up losing my sword. Anyway, that's all kind of a bit moot. Let's check on the bees. Sorry, the trees. What I'm actually doing is to add that to number 10, ongoing found bees and trees. I don't think there's going to be room for it, is there? No. So let's found bees, trees. We can get rid of 3 as well then. MFFS with a killing room is what we're going to get on with, what I started last episode. And I am going to start putting a Galgadorian cat together as well. So upgrade storage cells we've done as well. Now I did that the wrong way. Monkey pointed out, Cat pointed out to me. What I should have done... Right, so the to-do list is a bit thin at the minute. What I should have done in the I.O. part here is I should have changed it to that. And I should have formatted the 64k cell with the stuff I wanted on it in here. And then I should have gone that way and dragged things out the system into the 64k cell and then put it back in there. That'd have been a bit easier. But never mind, we got there, so it's all good. Right, so let's go through what I did. I've just learned how to catch bees, by the way. You've got to use a standard scoop. I was trying to use a vanilla scoop, a thalmium scoop. You've got to use the standard scoop, and with that, if you right click on butterflies, you can catch them, so that's kind of cool. And I've got some ink sacs because I just killed a squid that had a really cool hat on it. So I'm going to make a hat stand again. One of them. Have I got any slabs? Going on a tangent already. I haven't even started explaining what I said I was going to explain, have I? Are you? I want to make a hat stand. Maybe it needs a proper stick. Get off. Get off. Let's see what this looks like. Not there. I don't want you there at all. I want you on the floor. Can't remember what it was called. What was it called? It was called a hissing hat. Hissing hat. Personalised. I don't want a base. Don't want a head. Don't want a stand. There we go. A nice little pet creeper. I saw a squid in the middle. A creeper just floating in the middle of the sea, in the middle of the lake. I thought, what the fuck's that? And it was a squid with that on his head. Anyway, sidetrack. So yeah, I've got a new sword. I named it iSword Brooks. I've got repair tool and sharpness 5 on it. My other sword, of course, this is a sword of the Condor, the one that lets me fly. My other one also had Soul Stealer 5 and Looting 3 on it, which I've lost both of them things, so that's not very good. And that was from killing a Hydra, and I was just chopping away without paying attention to how much damage it was adding to my sword, and my sword died. The reason why I went to find a Hydra is I was actually looking for a Goblin Stronghold, because I wanted to try out this thing. This is my bow that I made, Tinker's Construct bow that I made in the episode yesterday. The bow itself, let's have a look in at the table here, see if it'll tell me what it is. So this was made using advice from Frederick and Frosty, 2 subscribers who was on the stream with me yesterday. It's using the best items for a bow. It's got an enchanted string, which is made using the string pattern and some enchanted fabric from Famcraft. And the bow itself is made from 2 slime rods, green slime rods, So that's slime crystals that you make as part of Tinker's constructs. And added to it, we've just got moss and a load of redstone. I've added an extra modifier to it. I can add another modifier when we get when we get more nether stars. And then what you do is you make some arrows. So that's the bow pattern. There is 2 rods and a string. Then the arrows is an arrowhead, a rod, and a feather, a fletching. So with this we used, what did we use again? Let me try and remember. Use a paper rod, alumite head, and feather for the fletchings. And you get 4 of these, so I made 2 lots. So you get 4 for each, and then we modified that with just loads of quartz. That ups the damage, and you get these arrows back whenever you fire them. So I did accidentally fire one into the air, which is why I've only got 7, not 8. But I went looking for something to kill. Ended up fighting something that doesn't take range damage very well, a Hydra. Well, I got the Hydra killed. I just didn't do it very well with a bow, so I've not actually used the bow much at all, even though I made it in the stream. But we got a Hydra head, so that cost me the sword. So I made another sword and modified it a little bit. And then after that, what did we do? Did a little bit of Mistcraft Age looking for some pages, and then I made this wonderful thing, which is hidden under the floor here, which I'm going to go through now in a bit more detail. If I break the floor here we go. I'll talk you through this system so you don't have to watch the stream to see what's going on here. What we've got here is a little system that Frosty told me about, that he said he didn't want to take credit for because he got it from somewhere else, but it's a really nice little system. What we've got is an ME interface attached to our ME network. Off that ME interface you've got a basic logistics pipe, because basic logistics pipe fastened to an ME interface will get you power, so you don't have to connect this to one of those guys that you need for power. I think I've got one. Must be in my bag somewhere. So that will, attaching a basic logistics pipe to an ME interface will get you power into your logistics pipe system. Then on this side we've got a provider logistics pipe. I've got a gold pipe here, so them two are connected. And then here, this is a thing called a remote order logistics pipe. We've got that attached to an ender chest. And then in my inventory, so let me just go away a minute. This is what makes this magic. In my inventory, I've got a matching ender pouch that links to that ender chest there. And inside that, I've got this thing called a remote orderer. Now we made the remote orderer. It's diamond gears and some glass, or you can use diamond chipsets. They're a bit cheaper. They only use 1 diamond each. What I can do with this remote orderer is, if I click this, now establishing connection to destination at a cost of 505 energy. So each time I open that, it costs me a bit of energy. But what that does, it lets me get anything in my ME network. So if I was out and about in the world and I needed a diamond, I can request a diamond. Apparently I requested 5 diamonds. Dangerous flux, that's interesting. And now if I look in the black ender pouch, there we go, it's got 5 diamonds in it. So I can get things anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the overworld, in the Mistcraft Age, in the Nether, I can use that little system there to request any item to me that I want, which is kind of awesome. The remote order, once you've made it, you have to click it onto the remote pipe that was on the ender chest, and that shows that that's connected. You right click it and it connects it to that pipe. So you can say that it has remote pipe, that's what that's about. So now, using that pouch and order, I can take anything anywhere, and using this one, sortie, I can put anything back anywhere, so I can put things back in my system just as easy as I can take things out. So no matter where I am, I can put things in and out of my ME network, which is kind of awesome. In fact, it's not kind of awesome, it's actually awesome. So let me just tidy my bag up a little bit. This dangerous flux is a bit much, isn't it? Which node is that then? Is that one? It's not that one. And is it this one? It's not this one either. So which node is it? I think I must have an underground node somewhere. I might have to go hunting that down. See what's making it dangerous. I'm pretty sure it's underground. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut camera, I'm going to make a thermometer and try and find my way to that. In fact, I won't cut camera, I'll make a thermometer really quickly. Show you how you can actually use a thermometer to find a node. And then, after that, I promise, we shall get on with what I'm meant to be getting on with. Right, I'll just tidy my bag when I... actually, I wanted to put that... Oh yeah, there it is. I want to put that alvery into my tools bag. It's quite useful because you can pop an alvery down and it'll tell you what biome you're in, so it'll tell you if it's normal or whatever. I'm going to put the bow and arrow away for now. It seems a bit of a waste making it like, but I will use it at some point, I promise. And in here, I want rid of that stick, so I don't want that in there clogging shit up. And they can go there for now. Right, I'm tidy. Let's make a thermometer. So for that, all you need is 4 gold ingots and a blue water shard, I believe. Just like a divining rod, I suppose. You can make that just in your normal arcane weight table. You don't need any special aspects using the infuser or anything. And this is what we use to make your goggles, of course. 2 of these. But if you don't do it for that, if you see there, if you hold it, it'll actually point you to your nearest node. So that's obviously taking me to this node over here. But what we can also do is if we jump over here into this dangerous one, it should show us where it is. And see, look, there it is, it's down underground. So let's go find it. Well, this might be a little bit boring, so what I'll do, I'll cut, and when I've found it, I'll come back. But basically, I'm just going to keep using that and keep arrowing towards where it sends me. Back in a bit. So we're nearly at it, it's just down there. I have found it, I'm going to go back to it in a second. I've also found this, I just wanted to show you. What's in here? We've got a bit of copper, some buckets, lovely. Some more music discs. But, look at this one, we've got 2 fortune 3 books. Very nice. So if you're in my world and you want some fortune 3 books, make sure you come down to here. It's plus 15, plus 110, down at level 34 underneath. Just to the west, just to the west of the base there, you can see it on the map up top right. So that's kind of cool. And down here, we've got this node. And I wonder if it's the water that's causing it. I wonder if it's the water stopping things spawning, maybe. No, I don't need that. I've got fucking tons of uranium, haven't I? So, what I'm going to do, there's one of the messing spirits there, by the way. They're the ones that give you XP if you eat them. Look at that. Nom nom nom. Give me a little bit of XP there. Well, not that I need XP. Let's jump up here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to block that water off. See if that is the issue. The water might be stopping wisp spawning, because wisp spawning, of course, make a node back to moderate. So, yeah. Get rid of that water might sort that out. Because it's still got a water block on it, might have been stopping that. So there's a node in question, so we have found it. Don't really know what to do with it, to be honest. Now it's spawning wisp, look. So that may help that. That was probably stopping it spawning, I'm guessing. I might be wrong. But, I think that may have been stopping it spawning there, causing issues. That water. So there we go, I've done that bit. Right, I'll head it back up to the surface and we'll get on with making our wither killing room. Back in a bit. Oh, one other thing from the stream that I didn't show yet. We captured Corey's soul and we put him into a dreadnought. So now there he is, Corey the dreadnought is in there somewhere. And now we shouldn't be able to burn as easy as he did last time. So he's back up where he belongs, up in the top floor there. There we go. Right, so, last time that creeper scared me twice up to now. I got the MFS capacitor placed. It's 100%, as you'd expect. So it's got 10 million force energy in there. It's got its range upgrade, so we've got a range of 80. And what I've done is I've prepared an area under the house over here. And what we've got here is black force brick floor, white force brick walls and ceiling. And what I've done is I've used these large glowstone bricks, which are quite simple to make. It's just blocks of glowstone around stone bricks. I've used these on the edge. What they do, they're a light source. So you see there's no lights in here, but it's nice and light. And if you remember, we did have an area here that led down to the nether portal. Well, I ended up covering that up when I built the house because it didn't look right. And I'm going to do the same with this, I think. This little well that I fell down yesterday. So I just built a little path off to the side here, and that's where the portal was. So the portal hasn't moved at all. I've just put a different way into it. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the wither fighting area down here. I'm going to make it nice and big this time. I'm going to bring it across to about here, I think. So how wide is this place? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think I'll have it 11 by 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I lost count. Fuck it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, I think. I've got no to mark it anyway. I'll just take a block out for now. So I'm going to have the wall with the thing there. So this is going to be 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is going to be where we want our projector, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So that's good. So that block will be going back. So what we'll do is we'll put the projector there, one underneath. So for now, put that there, and we actually need that, but let's show you the rough idea. So this has to be in range of the capacitor there. Now this capacitor is not going to use much energy. If you was wondering why I've used UU matter, I'm using UU matter to power it. This isn't going to use much because this is only ever going to be turned on when we actually want to kill a wither. So it's not going to be like it's on all the time pulling energy. So even filling that up, we had 200 and odd forcisium, I think. We've still actually got 160 of that. So we haven't used a great deal of that. So we haven't actually used any UU matter to make forcisium yet. When that runs out though, it will create more force energy using forcisium. Because the last thing we want is the force field to run out while we're fighting a wither, because it just started blowing shit out of my house there. You know what I mean? So anyway, so the next thing we need to do then is let's look at our FFS thing again. What we're going to want now is we need one more of them empty cards, and what we need is a projector. So let's make the projector. So that's going to need some of these guys. We're going to need more of these anyway, so we need a pattern for them. Projector upgrade fortress matrix. So if we jump into there, where were them? Where were them? I can never find them. That's it there. There we go. So iron ingots. The IC2 version uses refined iron. The Tinker's Christ. I'll go through all the mods. The thermal expansion one. I went for nearly every mod that went with T then. Uses iron. So I say we'll stick with that one because we always use a thermal expansion. Well, I do. I always keep using a thermal expansion for this, so I'll stick to that. I still, it reminds me, I want to make a Galgadorian cart. I was going to start this episode. I was going to start in the live stream if I got it there as well. So where have I put the other MFFS stuff? There it is. So we'll add that to that. So let's make a stack of 64 of them to start with. In fact, we don't have to. Let's I'm going to put in a pattern for a projector in case I want any more later on. So we'll encode that, because I may want more later on. I don't know yet. I've got no plans at the minute to need any, but I may want some. So MFFS projector. Let's make one of them. Thank you very much. And we're going to want another one of these cards. So MFFS. Craft one of them, begin. What I'm going to do with this is we're going to click on the capacitor. So, power link card created. I'm going to have to move that creeper. It's blowing my mind. And now what we can do is we come down here. Our projector can go into there. And that little red line has been important, we want that facing up, that's correct. And then that goes in there, and now that's linked. So now that can use power from our capacitor. And if we look at our capacitor, that should now say it's got two devices linked to it. One of them is the force extractor and one of them is that projector. So where before that said one link device, now it says two. That's good. That's exactly what we wanted to see there. And now it's a case of just creating what we want in this projector. Now I always use the containment field because it's how I use these. If we use, there's lots of different types of projector. Look, there's module sphere, cube, wall, deflector, tube, and then advanced cube, and containment. I always use containment because containment is projected out from the projector, whereas all the rest are projected around it. So if I was to make a cube around that, then it'd go, if I was to make a cube that was two each direction, it'd go two up, two down, two to each side. I don't want that. What I want to do is I want to start it up here, away from the projector. That's of course, if you're thinking about a force field, you want your force field actually projector inside it to protect it. So you don't want someone to be able to come and break the projector, because that would just negate the force field. But what we're using here, we're trying to contain a wither inside. So what we want is a containment one. Makes sense, yeah? So that's the next thing we need to make, is a containment. So let's go on making that. Can I make that in here? What do we need for this? Containment, yeah, we can make that in here. Wonderful. So one of them, because we've got some of them in the system, because it had to make itself some, to make the projector, of course. So it would have made itself 64, so there should be 60 left of them guys. What are they called again? Projector. Let's have a look. 59 left. Okay, there we go. Oh, because there's one there. Oh, there's 60. And then what we need is things to upgrade this. So to upgrade this guy, we need two more patterns, because we're going to need multiple of these things. We're going to want this thing, field distance, which is made just using 6 of them. And we want this thing, field strength, which is made using 9 of them. Oops. Oh yeah, did that right. And code. So they're going to go in there as well. And what else are we going to need here? Don't think we need anything else. But what I do want to make is one of these guys. So let's make one of them guys. We can do that in here. So I want a crescent hammer first into the system. And we might have to wait for some hardened glass here. Let's see. Yeah, we need all kind of stuff there, don't we? So we need one of them. We need some hardened glass. I'll have 64 of them, please. And we'll be back in a bit when they're done. So they're going to there. The first thing we want with this is we want one field distance. So I could have just made one of them, to be honest. I'll show you what that does in a minute. Oops, what have I done? I've set to craftable, right? And then field strength we're going to want quite a few of. So let us make 5, 10. Give me a sec. What do I need to do here? No. Field strength is how high we want it. So we want it to be 3 gaps in the middle. So it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need 3 of these, I think. Three of them, cool. And now can we make the wrench, because we're going to need the wrench. Because I want to be able to turn it on and off with this thing. We need a redstone conductance coil as well. So let's make that. What am I missing there? Electrum. Got no electrum. Got no electrum. Bloody hell. So 64 of them as well then. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. This is going to take a while because it's all using the same induction smelter. So I'll cut camera. I'll be back when they're ready. Here we are then, and I've got all the bits I need to make the multi-tool wrench. That's good. We're going to get that on our bar. Let's clear the rest of that stuff out of there. And we'll need to charge this up. Do we charge it up in there, I think? Do we? We can charge it up in there, wonderful. So let's just get that guy charged up. Now this is important because we could get stuck in our force field about this. So we'll make sure we have it. It's a very important bit of kit. So don't do anything with a force field until you've got one of these things. And the thing we're going to mostly use it for is, first thing I'm going to switch that to switch mode, which I believe is that one. Now I'm pretty sure I need to turn this on. Now at the minute it's a wrench. If I hold shift and right click while not pointing at anything, there's now a switch, so that should turn that on. See, it's gone yellow. Now I don't know what the difference with that being on and off is, because it seems to not make a difference. The extractor definitely needs to be on for it to do anything. But, is this still getting power? Now I've done some more stuff down here. I'll explain what this is in a minute. That's still getting power. So who knows? Who knows? Weird. So I don't know if you actually need that on. The most important thing we need this for is, if we click it again, it'll become a field transporter, and that's the important part of this field transporter. We could also add a field transporter device to our MFS multi-tool, MPS multi-tool, modular power suit claw thing, and we could use that. But might as well just have this field teleporter. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to put a chest down here as well, and in that chest, which in fact I'll just leave it there for now. I've changed my mind a little bit. Instead of going 7 by 7, I've gone 5 by 5, so it's going to be a square fighting area. So what I've done is I moved that back a couple. I put that back where it was. Now this is turned off at the minute. Let me explain what I've done here first. What I've done is I've run some rednet cable from it. So rednet cable goes to the projector, because the projector is set to need a redstone signal there, and that just runs under the floor here. I've run it to a programmable rednet controller. Above that I've set it to a rednet cable. Now I've set this to force connection mode, but I'm not sure if it needs it. I think it does. So I've set this to force connection mode. Let's try it without actually. So I'll put that to its not cable or not. Set that to standard. Let's see if this still works. So what this button should do is turn things on or off. So at the minute all it's going to turn on or off is that glowstone illuminator. And it has done it. Okay, so you don't need to do a force connection on that. So these force bricks, rednet connects to them. So it's something you need to be aware of. It possibly could cause you issues if you're not aware of that. So what we've done here is, in the rednet controller, I've set up a thing called a T flip-flop. It's the first time I've set one of these up, so I may have done something wrong, but as best as I can understand it, I need both the T and the click set to, I presume that means click, set to IO up white, which is the input from the button. So the input side of this is basically saying input from white top, the white into the top there, is going to send flip-flop switch. Basically, it's basically a toggle switch. It's going to send output down, so white down. So obviously this is just set to white, and that's set to white. So if we was to press the button again, turn the light off. So basically, it's just like a toggle latch. On, off. Wonderful. And what I might do is, yeah, I think I'll leave that somewhere. So what we can do now is we put our projector containment into there. Of course, there it goes. And before we do anything else, I want to change this so I can pass through this. There's a couple of settings there. I'm not sure what that one is. That one means that field transporter will not let you through. That one means it will let you through, so that's important. You need to make sure you set that to that. So now when we turn this on, what we should get is, because we've set no modifiers in this, we should just get two little force field blocks above that. So press our button, what do we get? There we go, two little force field blocks. Exactly what we expected. That's working. First thing I want to do with this is, because it's set one under the floor, I want to add this thing that I put in there, field distance. So that goes in, and that goes in. So it's got a little blue border. So blue one, green one goes in the green border one. So blue goes in there, so that's good. So now we turn it off on again. What that's done is that distance, it's moved it away from the projector by 1. So that's what distance does. So that means we can cover that back up and it all looks tidy. So we can in fact cover all this up now. Now I've set these so that they're cable only, just so they don't connect to the force bricks. So, don't know if that's important or not. It's possibly could send you a redstone signal which could interfere with something. So I've just set that as a precaution more than anything. And what can we have there? There's one of them there. And my glowstone brick back there, cover up the thing. So all we're left with is, see, look, something's been affected there, hasn't it? So something's broke something. What is it? So that works fine, so I'll put the floor in. Let's take the floor back out, see what happens. Why you break? Damn guy. What's going on? That's still exactly the same. That's still set the same. Nothing should have changed. But something has. Okay, I'll cut camera, I'll work out what's broken. I'll let you know in a minute. Well, I'm not sure what was going on there. I've changed the thing back behind that to force connection, but I'm not sure if that was making a difference. But it doesn't do any harm being set to that, so that's now on force connect mode. And it seems to be working fine. I've turned it on and off, what, 10 times. So what we need to know now then is we need to expand this force field to be what we want it to be, not just a little couple of blocks. So I'm going to break the block in front of it so we've got access to that. I'm going to turn it off. So the first thing we need then is, we've upgraded distance away, and we need to upgrade strength. So at the minute it's 2 blocks. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've actually made one too many of these distance things. I thought I made 3, it turns out I made 4. So 1, 2, 3 of them in there. Let's turn that on again. So there we go. Now it's going up to the top there. It's not going past the top though. I'll show you that. Let's just show you that there. So it's going just up to the top of the thing. What that'll give us is, once we've got this set to a force field, it'll give us a 3 high area inside of it. Yeah? Makes sense? So if we just turn that off, we should put that in again, put another one in. Now it'll go actually into that block up there, watch. Now it's covered that block as well. But if the force bricks was back there, it'd actually form part of the brick, even though that brick is part of the force block. Unless you break the brick, it will actually show it. Anyway, so that's that part. Now we need, so we only need 3 of them. I've got a spare one. Okay. So now what do we need? Now we need some upgrades to the distance on the actual wall thing. So for that, let me just see if I can I get rid of that? It's going to cost me 9 levels to get them back, but I can get rid of it. That's good to know. FF. No, not what they're called. They're called projector upgrade. So we've only got 18 left. We ain't got enough. Need to make more of them. So making one actually makes you a stack of 64, which is very good. So now what we want to do is we use these things in these slots around it to spread the force field out. So basically what we want is 5 in each direction. Nice and easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got a massive amount of spare. But now I've got 5 in each direction. So what you should see, we'll turn this on, is boop. We've got a force field that's giving us a little area to work in. So our field teleporter, we can click on that, it'll pop us inside. So we've got 3 high, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wide. This one's 11 by 11, of course. And there we go. We've got a little wither fighting area. Simple as that. Then we can use the field teleport to get out again. Now, I think I've heard Minalian say that he's going to try and set this. One of the upgrades he's doing to the system is he's going to set it up so that using the you can be able to set people who can actually just walk through this without needing the field teleporter. So that'll be something to look forward to. So there we go. It's just a button on and a button off. Awesome. And this is going to go there. And in there, what we're going to have is we're going to have our field transporter, and we're going to have some stacks of soul sand and some stacks of wither skulls. One other thing we can upgrade this with, that's quite expensive but I like it, is the camouflage upgrade. Redstone transmission coils and a bucket of ender. So let's go do that. Bucket of ender here. So let's make a bucket of ender. 1 bucket, 4 ender pearls. So liquid transposer, put the bucket in the top. Ender pearls, of course, go in the magma crucible. Oops. So 4 ender pearls gives you 1,000 millibuckets, which is of course a bucket's worth. We've got 1 bucket of resident ender, and we should have the pattern in to do the bits. Redstone transmission coils, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now camouflage upgrade, and now what we can do is let me try it with clear glass block, see if that works. Now this doesn't always connect textures, so we'll have to see how this looks. So I actually need to be back into the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. No, there, it's back into here. So the camouflage upgrade goes in the bottom here. You see when that goes in, it opens up the middle square to be used. So the middle square, now we can put a block in there. And now when we turn it on, the force field takes on that block, yeah, because the textures aren't connected, that's actually made it worse, hasn't it? But you can put anything in there, you can put any block you want in that. I'll try a couple of blocks, see which one I like, back in a minute. Okay, so I'm back. I tried a few things and I actually didn't like it, so I've gone with the standard. Yeah, it works. So what I've got in here is I've got enough materials for a stack of withers there, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to bring things together like a professional, like a segue. No, it's not a segue really, is it? I'm going to make it all work together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to request 2, 3, 4 of them, and with it I'll request 3 of them. And now in my bag here, oops, wrong bag. In my bag here I should have enough items with a wonderful, look at that here. It's like I planned it all. I'm going to keep that on my bar just in case I need to get out. I've also switched to my quantum suit just to see how it goes with the quantum suit there and the gravity chest. And what we can do now is we can make ourselves a wither. Fly up there, make it a bit easier. Bosh, bosh, bosh. And I can actually get out of there while he explodes, so I don't take any damage from that. So this shouldn't do any damage to the building. I'll have a quick check afterwards. So that should have been contained, so now I can jump in there. I can just go bosh, bosh, bosh. So I've got a nice safe place. It's not the fact that the wither can kill you easy, it's the fact that unless you've got somewhere safe to fight him, he will wreck the there you go. it will wreck the landscape. So what we should have there is a perfectly wonderful, turn that off, we'll put that in there. So if you want to come and kill some withers, if you download the world, that's where you do it. And the suit took virtually no damage at all, wonderful. Let's just jump over there, recharge the suit. Look at that, brilliant. It's like everything's been planned. And no damage up here, which is what we expect to see. All good, everything was contained within the thing. Put my suit back on. And there we go, 3 nether stars. Hooray! Okay then, I'm going to wrap up the episode there. It's a good time for it. I think it's about 40 minutes-ish. Like I say, I'm going to try and get them down to about 35 minutes, I think. Anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope it was entertaining. Thank you very much for any new subs or anything. All likes and stuff are always appreciated very much. All comments are always very welcome and appreciated. And questions and stuff. And I hope I see you next time. Cheers. Bye. Ah, yeah.